I contain multitudes. Wendy Moore reviews Ed Yong's book about microbes. Outlive. Meaning, live longer than human beings. Microbes, most of them bacteria, have populated this planet since long before animal life developed, and they will outlive us. Ubiquitous. Meaning present, appearing, or found everywhere, invisible to the naked eye. They are ubiquitous. Synonyms: omnipresent, everywhere, all over. Pervasive. Antonyms: scarce. Inhabit. Meaning, live in or occupy, a place or environment. They inhabit the soil, air, rocks, and water, and are present within every form of life, from seaweed and coral to dogs and human. Synonyms: live in, occupy, settle, colonize, dwell in, reside in. Lodge in. At one's peril. Meaning, at one's own risk, used in warnings. And, as Yong explains in his utterly absorbing and hugely important book, we mess with them at our peril. Dubbed. Meaning, unofficially named or nicknamed as. Indeed, some scientists even suggest we should think of each species and its microbes as a single unit, dubbed a holobiont. Synonyms: nicknamed, called, named. Holobiont. Meaning, a holobiont is an assemblage of a host and the many other species living in or around it, which together form a discrete ecological unit through symbiosis. Indeed, some scientists even suggest we should think of each species and its microbes as a single unit, dubbed a holobiont. Contentedly. Meaning, in a way that expresses happiness or satisfaction. Microbes that sit contentedly in the human gut, where there are more microbes than there are stars in the galaxy, can become deadly if they find their way into the bloodstream. Deadly. Meaning, causing or able to cause death. Microbes that sit contentedly in the human gut, where there are more microbes than there are stars in the galaxy, can become deadly if they find their way into the bloodstream. Synonyms: fatal, lethal, mortal, dangerous, destructive, injurious, harmful. Antonyms: harmless. Swapping. Meaning, exchanging, give and take, pass back and forth. We are continually swapping microbes with other humans, pets, and the world at large. Adept. Meaning, very skilled or proficient at something. It's a fascinating topic, and Yong, a young British science journalist, is an extraordinarily adept guide. Synonyms: expert, proficient, accomplished, skillful, talented, gifted, masterly, outstanding, excellent, impressive, very good. Antonyms: inept, mediocre. Panache. Meaning, flamboyant confidence of style or manner. Writing with lightness and panache, he has a knack of explaining complex science in terms that are both easy to understand and totally enthralling. Synonyms: flamboyance, confidence, vivacity, vigor, enthusiasm, energy. Knack. Meaning, an acquired or natural skill at performing a task. Writing with lightness and panache, he has a knack of explaining complex science in terms that are both easy to understand and totally enthralling. Synonyms: gift, talent, ability, capability, capacity, aptitude, skillfulness, expertise. Antonyms: inability. Enthralling. Meaning, capturing and holding one's attention. Writing with lightness and panache, he has a knack of explaining complex science in terms that are both easy to understand and totally enthralling. Mission. Meaning, an important assignment carried out, typically involving travel. Young is on a mission. Bizarre. Meaning, very strange or unusual, especially so as to cause interest or amusement. Leading us gently by the hand, he takes us into the world of microbes, a bizarre alien planet, in a bid to persuade us to love them as much as he does. Synonyms: strange, peculiar, odd, curious. Antonyms: normal. Potent. Meaning, having great power, influence, or effect. The first man to see these extraordinarily potent creatures was a Dutch lens maker called Antony van Leeuwenhoek in the 1670s. Synonyms: powerful, strong, vigorous, mighty, influential, forceful, dynamic, overpowering. Antonyms: weak, impotent. Magnify. Meaning, make something appear larger than it is, especially with a lens or microscope. Using microscopes of his own design that could magnify up to 270 times, he examined a drop of water from a nearby lake and found it teeming with tiny creatures he called animalcules. Synonyms: enlarge, maximize, increase, augment, extend, amplify, intensify. Endure, meaning remain in existence, last. It was Pasteur's germ theory that gave bacteria the poor image that endures today. Synonyms: last, go on, continue, persist, remain, continuing. Antonyms: fade, short-lived. Plea, meaning a request made in an urgent and emotional manner. Yong's book is in many ways a plea for microbial tolerance, pointing out that while fewer than 100 species of bacteria bring disease, many thousands more play a vital role in maintaining our health. Synonyms: appeal, request, call, invocation. Nurture, meaning care for and protect someone or something while they grow. We tend to see the dangers posed by bacteria, yet at the same time we are sold yogurts and drinks that supposedly nurture friendly bacteria. Foe, meaning an enemy or opponent. In reality, says Yong, bacteria should not be viewed as either friends or foes, villains or heroes. Synonyms: enemy, adversary, opponent, rival. Antonym: friend. Symbiotic relationship, meaning a symbiotic relationship is one in which organisms, people or things exist together in a way that benefits them all. Instead, we should realize we have a symbiotic relationship that can be mutually beneficial or mutually destructive. Pretty much everything, meaning more or less, or in simpler terms, nearly. What then do these millions of organisms do? The answer is pretty much everything. Unravel, meaning investigate and solve or explain something complicated or puzzling. New research is now unraveling the ways in which bacteria aid digestion, regulate our immune systems, eliminate toxins, produce vitamins, affect our behavior, and even combat obesity. Synonyms: solve, resolve, explain, elucidate, decipher, find an answer to. Obsession, meaning the state of being obsessed with someone or something. Our obsession with hygiene, our overuse of antibiotics, and our unhealthy low fiber diets are disrupting the bacterial balance and may be responsible for soaring rates of allergies and immune problems, such as inflammatory bowel disease (IBD). Disrupt, meaning interrupt a process by causing a disturbance or problem. Our obsession with hygiene, our overuse of antibiotics, and our unhealthy low-fiber diets are disrupting the bacterial balance and may be responsible for soaring rates of allergies and immune problems, such as inflammatory bowel disease (IBD). Synonyms: play havoc with, make a mess of, disturb, disorder, upset. Soaring rates, meaning to increase very quickly in amount. Our obsession with hygiene, our overuse of antibiotics, and our unhealthy low-fiber diets are disrupting the bacterial balance and may be responsible for soaring rates of allergies and immune problems, such as inflammatory bowel disease (IBD). Accepted norms, meaning an accepted standard or a way of behaving or doing things that most people agree with. The most recent research actually turns accepted norms upside down. At bay, meaning in the position of being unable to move closer while attacking or trying to approach someone. For example, there are studies indicating that the excessive use of household detergents and antibacterial products actually destroys the microbes that normally keep the more dangerous germs at bay. Exposure, meaning the state of being exposed to contact with something. Other studies show that keeping a dog as a pet gives children early exposure to a diverse range of bacteria, which may help protect them against allergies later. Unglamorous, meaning lacking glamour and excitement. The readers of Yong's book must be prepared for a decidedly unglamorous world. Halt, meaning bring or come to an abrupt stop. Among the less appealing case studies is one about a fungus that is wiping out entire populations of frogs, and that can be halted by a rare microbial bacterium. Luminescent bacteria, meaning bacteria that emit light as the result of a chemical reaction during which chemical energy is converted to light energy. Another is about squid that carry luminescent bacteria that protect them against predators. Predator, meaning an animal that naturally preys on others. Another is about squid that carry luminescent bacteria that protect them against predators. Distaste, meaning mild dislike or aversion. However, if you can overcome your distaste for some of the investigations, the reasons for Yong's enthusiasm become clear. Manipulate microbes, meaning to gain an evolutionary advantage through manipulating human physiology and behavior. In the future, Our ability to manipulate microbes means we could construct buildings with useful microbes built into their walls to fight off infections.